shoot.
So today we are building a mold to make a ballast for the plow for the truck. I want about between 600 to 800 pounds in the ballast box itself. I called a buddy of mine today to ask him, because I know he just built one for himself, or he had to build a new one, and I got to build one. And I asked him what his thoughts were, and he recommended just make it out of quickcrete or concrete, and then you don't have to worry about the wood rotting. You just have to build a mold, put anchor points in it so you can pull it out with the tractor, and you never have to replace it ever again. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Boy, that was dumb. Saved ya. Okay, so we have front and the back. The best part is, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just a temporary box, and I'm gonna probably reuse these boards on something. So realistically, the only downside to building this now is I don't have any water at the shop. To do this, I'm gonna have to go get buckets of water to come and build it. And I'm gonna have to pour it inside the shop so it'll set. Today being the 2nd of January, Happy New Year, we still have not gotten a substantial amount of snow worth plowing. So this is in the possibility of snow in the next week. Figured I should have this ready, so if the truck is needed to plow, then at least that part's ready to go. And we'll throw some screws in across the bottom to hold the base pieces in place. There's probably 2 per board, and then this sucker will be ready to go. All right, box is built. The upside is we can pour it right inside the shop, right in front of the door, so then we can pull it right out with the tractor. So let's get some plastic. All right, I got some 3.5 mil plastic. Essentially. We're gonna try it. If I need to extend it, I can do that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then if I just, it's gonna be a pretty gradual curve, but that's fine. I don't want to, break it. And then I come back. I guess if I go from here, we're learning together today. If it's a little bit over, that's fine. It doesn't, as long as it's not too short to actually be usable, that's fine. I'd rather have the arch a little bit higher than I need it. No? It's not half bad. Holy cow, it's like I almost knew what I was doing. It's a little bit higher on this side. Oh, my knee was getting a little warm there. That's pretty good. Correction, it's not good. So with this bent out that way, it is too wide to sit in the box properly. So what we're gonna have to do is unbend this one back to as straight as we can, and then bend it so the opposite of this other one, so it'll actually fit in the box. You know what? That worked okay. This is not a how-to video. I can straighten this out. I'm not worried about that. All right, so I've gotten it about as straight as I'm gonna get it. It's gonna sit in the concrete. I can kind of maybe lift up one side, but for right now, it's gonna be good enough. Be able to lift it up with the tractor. It's probably gonna bend in the middle anyway, so hopefully it doesn't. Just keep the forks nice and wide so it lifts from these edges, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe the next one I have to build, I'll find better anchors other than a 1/2 inch piece of rebar, but for now, I think it'll work just fine. It would also have been better if I hadn't bent it out in the first place and I bent it to the side. That would have made everything a lot easier, but we're here now, we're figuring it out. It'll do what it needs to do, I think. Well, I guess I'm using a shovel. Well, that is all the bags in there. right, I'm just gonna walk around it now and tap the sides with a hammer just to help settle everything in. We're overflowing a little bit. May have been a little wet. Probably could have gone with a little bit less water. I wanted to be able to mix it somewhat easily. If I had I do have a cement mixer, but that's buried in the barn and not easy to get to. This was just easier. I probably would have had an easier time if I had an actual, you know, cement mixing tray that's bigger, so you can actually, you know. Anyways, we did what we did. We got it done. We got 620 pounds-ish, minus, you know, a few bits that are on the ground. I don't know how long it's gonna take to dry. I'll check and see how long the internet recommends. So, after checking on Quickrete's page on Home Depot's website, their info, minimum cure time is 7 days. Total set cure time is 28 days. So I'm gonna give it a week before I even try and take the sides off and move it. I think after a week I should be fine to move it, or at least try and move it. But that will be a separate video next week, hopefully, or maybe the week after, depending on what comes up. But stay tuned to find out how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't just split in half when I go to lift it. That's right now, honestly, my biggest fear is it just splits in half. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here. We'll catch you in the next one.